at the University of Liberia, most conscious theory in the Republic of Liberia. So by the way of introduction, I'm William B. Sanders Jr. I'm privileged to have served as chairman on the Intellectual Discourse Committee of the Abaga Professor Alliance of the State University. So, let me also use this time to recognize and bring you greetings from the man who presides over the tripartite sessions of our party, the Executive Council, the Supreme Council, and the General Congress of the Abaga Professor Alliance of the State University. So, in person of Comrade Abdullah, Comrade Kadri, Dr. Milov Debima, who has given me this opportunity to interpret his press conference that has on Thursdays and as a position of the party. One of the fighting forces, the stalwart of the Abaga here present, to say, have our revolutionary salutation. So thank you. As the moderator said, that the party is here to reaccentuate her position as of Thursday, when the party concluded in her tripartite meeting, where the chairman presided and came up with the position to allow our candidate that represented the party in also interim leadership at the University of Liberia, as per the guidelines that were given us. And so, as per the party democratic understanding, we sent a candidate who met all of the requirements and went for such process, and he was victorious, and he won the SR position. SR position at the University of Liberia is referred to as the student representative. That means some individual is responsible to represent all of the students at the University of Liberia in the faculty meetings where the university president presides. And that SR is meant to air the view and aspirations of the students. That's part of political lines. And so that was the position that the Progressive Alliance of the Abaga Progressive of Liberia won. So it tells you how powerful such position is. And as per the structure of the leadership, is the only executive leader that attends faculty meetings of the University of Liberia. Not even the president. So whatsoever decision that should emanate from the EC of the leadership structure of the University of Liberia is being presented to him to be debated in faculty meeting where the president of the University of Liberia presides. So it was that position that we won. And so afterward, when we noticed that there were counterclaims about illegitimacy of those who should have presided over the process. Then, for instance, at the University of Liberia, you have country-based association and you have departmental association that is presided by student leaders. So under the ambience of the ISRA, the interim representative of the student General Assembly is being presided by a speaker or a year plus. It was the SRA that initiated the interim leadership that set the space to have a concluded full leadership in terms of the executive structure. And so all of the country-based and departmental association through that leadership represented falls under the ISRA. And so they elected a speaker, a deputy speaker, and a secretary. So as per our understanding, the speaker or the deputy speaker should have been the one to preside over the just ended interim executive leadership. So when we got at the scene where the process was conducted, You notice that the process was being state managed, and we didn't see the speaker who should have presided over such process, and likewise we didn't see the deputy speaker. But again, the process wanted to recognize those contradictions, and so it was the day of the process. And so we went through the process, and the Student Education Party won the presidency. There was the Student Democratic Alliance won the vice presidency, and the Avant-Garde Democratic Student Alliance of the State University, Kosa for short won the SIO, Student Representative. And so right after the process, notice that a particular party, SIN, the Student Democratic, the Student Integration Movement, didn't participate. So it was the contradiction that was also identified. And so in the midst of that, right after the process, we saw SIN coming up with a press release on grounds that they were denied of participating in the process. And so after our observation, and it was being verified by the standard policy and that of the ISRA, the party now decided to go to a leadership structure and the executive structure to take the decision and analyze what was being unfolded. To have seen the ISRA coming up with the counterclaim of illegitimacy, and to have seen one of the party's members, SIN, coming up also with a counterclaim that this was denied by the Student Affairs, the angle of the administration that designed our student activities, the student selection. They said they were denied, and we tried to do our own verification. Said they were denied on the basis that they were not even called a whole lot of issues. Likewise, the administration said that they were denied on the basis of GPA, that the candidate that was sent and the party C didn't read the prior GPA to request. So these were counterclaims. And so the Student Democratic Alliance told us that after they presented the case, in terms of what the administration is saying, they didn't do a written document telling them that they were denied and giving them the outcome of why they were denied. So after they raised the crime, before they were being told that they were denied on the basis of not reaching the GPA. So we saw it as a contradiction. So if you went through the process and noticed that a particular party didn't meet the requirement, you should have given them a written document and stipulated all of the arguments that you are talking about. But up to date, we challenged the University of Bureau to show a communication that was given to the student education movement on the basis that they are carrying on. Likewise, the ISRA, who should have presided over the process, he also raised a plan. He's talking about the speaker. So after the MOU, they say if the speaker doesn't preside, the deputy speaker, and not the secretary. So in that process, we saw the secretary presiding over the process. We didn't see the speaker and that of the deputy speaker. And these two guys raised the issue to a press conference. So, as a party that believes in egalitarianism, that believes in the equal participation of all, just by of your political alignment and your political ideology, we saw it as a concern. So when we ask the question, why you participated? Yes, you participated in the process because the process had a guideline, and through the guideline, you noticed that no guidelines are observed. But during after the process, you noticed that there were counterclaims. So as the responsible party, we decided to withdraw from the process as per the argument and calling upon the administration of the University of Liberia that insofar that a particular party participated in the process and won a significant position, and they are telling you that they are in solidarity with these guys who are doing this terrible crime. It is important that you look into it. If not, we will withdraw from the process. We are talking about 2 days of the process we raise this crime. And up to that day, the University of Liberia administration presented by these are Nelson and Antichrist, Reverend The adamantly refuse to look into the claims of these institutions. And so after we noticed that the administration of the University of Nigeria was adamant in the quest, so in the wisdom of the party, on Thursday being presided by most of the chairman of the Avant-Garde Progressive Student Alliance of the State University, the president of Chairman Head of the Adamant, Monday we had a press conference of withdrawal from the process. And so the Avant-Garde Progressive Student Alliance of the State University withdrew from the process with immediate effect to institute an illegitimate forum. That was a preemptive strike insofar that as per the legitimate structure of the interim leadership, it says that 4 political parties are the ones to govern the interim leadership. And those individuals are the ones that will look into the constitutional amendment of the interim leadership that will craft a policy that will lead us to the popular election. Insofar that those candidates who may have won the process of the interim leadership will not participate in the general election, they should go at the party with independent minds and with minds that will encapsulate all of the legitimate structure of the University of Nigeria. So, first they didn't participate on the basis of party politics. Insofar that other legitimate institutions were racing crime, we saw it as condemnation. But the University of Nigeria, being presided by Jesus on the mercy, ignored. And he went on his Facebook page, on the University page, to have announced a conduction of ceremony in the midst of conflict and contradiction from political parties. Be raised. The party had an option to just route the entire process this morning. We have the capacity, we have the ability and agility. You have to know us, and the more important education party know us very well for that. We did it before. Like the case of Banana Pig. Like the case of Banana Pig. But sometimes it is good to teach the politics dynamics. We said that it is about time as a party that believes in the integrity, it is about time that we desist from violence. It is about time that we engage the process constructively and ideologically. And so 3 years ago, 2 years ago, Kosa as a party has not been found into violent nature, violent posture. Who can pose of that? And so, what we witnessed this morning, that the administration endorsed a leadership that should have been presided by 4 political parties. And you saw 2 political parties distancing themselves from the process, calling for legitimate claims that the University of Nigeria administration should have looked into. The Nazi, who have been at the university for decades, who understands the model of organization of student politics at the university, decided to ignore, all because he feels he's a veteran of the Moribund Unification Party.
Viva, 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 gimnasia, viva, 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 gimnasia, viva, viva.
During the midst of destitution and deplorable structure at the University of Nigeria, during the midst of denied students of enrollment at the University of Nigeria, where grade school students were set for entrance 2 to 3 semesters as per year, first time in history, under the despotic leadership of this university. He thinks that he has control over the University of Nigeria. Let me say this on behalf of the party, that these are the Nazis, he has reached the administrative demands And the avant-garde Progressive Student Alliance of the State University is about to take a radical stand in showing that there will be democratic stability and governance at the State University. Insofar that the university has refused to listen to legitimate students of the University of Liberia that preside over the various components of institution, and he thinks that he can take that and divide the University of Liberia politically. We are saying that we have no fight with the Maribor Unification Party. They can go and preside over their presidency. But our fight will be directed to these on the Nelson. And the avant-garde Progressive Student Alliance of the State University will take a vote of no confidence to see the Nelson preside over the University of Liberia administration in the next 3 days.
It's over the dynasty. The student of the dynasty.
And so if the dynasty likes, he can go and govern now his thoughts from the Maribor Unification Party that he pays 2,000 United States dollars every month to protect his presidency. We are aware of that. The United pays the Maribor Unification Party $2,000 US every month to protect his presidency. And there is a national caveat. And if the government, the University of the Bureau will be shut down. Shut down!
Viva, 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 viva.
The Director of Higher Education of this Republic must intervene. If not, the revolutionary potency of the avant-garde Progressive Student Alliance will not be planted. And we are never students because we believe that it is the Nelson that initiated this. And so what we're doing, the wisdom of the party, is to call for the immediate of these are the Nelson.
Le Bugatti is not telling me from the Zayo. If the Bugatti is not telling me from there, you will move back for Zayo.
So, this is just a preemptive strike and to set the stage of the
Zayo, the guys are anti-democratic. Zayo, want democracy. Zayo.
So thank you very much. Come here, you listening to the exposition from the avant-garde Progressive Student Alliance. When you listen to all of those points that were in his exposition, I mean, as it relates to the just introduction of the University of Liberia interim leadership. So we're not turning the pendulum now to the audience. When you have inquiry, so you can pose it now, you can pose it to the speakers. The two speakers will start with the press. So there is a vision here by your name and the vision press for.
Again, I'm Thomas Kojogola. I work for FM. You control side, you raising all of these allegations. Why did you raise it long time ago until today that the president of the University? I'm Thomas Kojogola. I work for Freedom FM. You control side. Why didn't you go raise this issue long time ago until today the president is endorsing another group of people?
Okay, next question.
My name is Nigel. I was for television. So my question is, why this fight was fully directed to the president of the University of Liberia, where there was a committee set up at the University of Liberia to spearhead this entire process? Why are you shooting blame now on the president instead of holding the committee to fire, feet to the fire as it relates to the proceeding that you have come to the board? Another one, just to say, you talk about one more, right? You talk about the state. You said the process is a threat to the state democracy. Are you going to refer your fight on the state instead of the university. To share your statement.
Yes, so let me respond to the question.
And so let me try to get the last one. And then I will start from the last, and then my brother will address me with one or two questions. So thank you. And I didn't miss my word. Except you don't understand the politics. The University of Liberia is a state-owned university. And I told you that the university politics is similar to national politics. What is being practiced at the University of Liberia is the same as being practiced at the national scene. What is being practiced at the national scene is similar to what is being practiced at the University of Liberia. So it's a fact that the politics at the University of Liberia is being Jakarta. It tells you that obviously it has an effect on the national theater. So exactly if you don't understand that, but I believe others know from the argument which I'm speaking. So we are saying that the national actors and stakeholders of the state must get involved because the University of Liberia is a private-owned entity and it's being run by the government. So why would something that has the propensity to get a national theater and stakeholder would plan and ask to it? If the administration and the president has taken side. So that's the rationale. The next question. The committee. It is important for you to know the administrative structures of the university. The president of the University of Liberia is the chief administrator of the University of Liberia. And as such that he controls, he has understanding and he knows everything that happens in all sectors and all sections of the university. And besides that, he is on record for manipulating elections and inciting violence on our campus for years. We call him Juliasin. He's the president. The reason why we continue to say Juliasin, the president was the dean of student affairs. He served over there for 9 years. And in serving as dean of student affairs, he manipulated and he showed that the 2012 election that was held between SIM, SUB, and STUDA, because we had coalition by that time between SIM and STUDA had coalition and the Student Unification Party. When the Moroccan Student Unification Party, under the general interest of the students of the University of Liberia, when they amalgamated their forces and said that the Student Unification Party had overstayed, and besides that, they were not providing or they were not in the interest of the students, but they were using that media on the platform to catapult themselves on the national stage and to enrich few militants of their party. So on that basis, the students decided to vote against the so-called Moroccan Student Education Party. And on that basis, the president of the University of Liberia sat and watched the process. He was the dean of student affairs. Under his watch, the process was disrupted, and then they formed that kangaroo leadership that led to SUB occupying the Oslo building as president. And this is the same reason. And you can be the president of the University of Liberia while students, political institutions having problems, other committee, other county-based associations having issues with the memorandum of understanding and the way you proceeded into it, and then you remain quiet and mute without responding or addressing those issues, but to go and endorse the leadership, then definitely the president of the University of Liberia, Julius Salvador, is the provocator. He is the provocator of the violence. If anything happens at that state-run university, he is the cause. That it is on that basis that we say that we will go in responsible. The students or the political institutions that are involved, we understand that. We understand that SUB and STUDA is on the basis of their greed and what they intend to achieve from these processes is on that basis that they agree.
But you have four political institutions. The president cannot endorse that. And so the president is responsible, and we are calling to order. If he cannot look and readdress us on that basis, we will call for his immediate resignation. Then you ask another question here, you say, why now? Since long when the process went on. Let me tell you, we are a political institution, and we believe that it is important that whenever there is a procedure or there is a proceeding at the state level, especially when it comes to student business, Zayo. Manda. So on that basis of your question, as I was saying, the Progressive Student Alliance of the Professor Liberia is an institution that has survived 6 years. And out of those 6 years, going to 7 years, we have 4 of those years as an illegitimate institution. In those 4 years, we are not participating into any political process. In fact, we are not called on the decision-making table or the political decision-making table of the president. So every member of the understanding that was done was now absent, and we had no decision to make. But as it relates to the current member of the understanding, we don't know the quorum, but we are aware that the entrance leadership, those who are supposed to bring the entrance leadership to power, it is the speaker or the deputy speaker. And if the speaker is not available, the deputy speaker should be available. And if the deputy speaker is not available, we do not know the quorum. So in our mind, we accepted that they were on the basis of the memorandum of understanding they agreed upon that the Secretary General or that acting leadership to preside over the entrance leadership or the proceeding. Unfortunately, after the proceeding, process got victorious. We will have no intent to come and disagree because what we contested for was wrong. But we saw complaint coming from the speaker and the deputy speaker office. We saw complaint coming from other county-based associations. We saw complaint coming from a political institution, since the student immigration movement, on the basis that they were ostracized, they were thrown outside of the process, and then we said no. For us, it is not on the basis that we wanted recognition here, because we understand that we fought for equal political participation, equal economic participation, equal opportunity for all sides. They were on that basis that we said, since the other people are not being included, the law must not be used as a politician. Whatever that is in the memorandum of understanding, the proceeding, the University of Liberia administration must ensure that they follow the proceeding, and they will on that basis of disagree and fall back our nominee and to show to the university and those two political institutions who have decided to carry on that draconian decision to carry on what we call evaporation before them go. So you got to readdress that, instead of going to not completely leadership. So you are not listening to that.
Responding to a question from the audience and the moderator.
Actually, for me, I am a student. He's saying that
Gelson, DPA Gelson.